the final round here at Silverstone of the BMW Mini Rallycross Championship, with a sizable entry and some excellent racing all day long. After qualifying, Drew Bellaby ahead, Martin Hawks comes next, and Dave Ward, only a recent addition to the Mini, ranks third, with champion-elect David Bell fifth, James Osborne 10th, after dramas at the start of the day. We are ready for the final then. The grid is formed. It is Drew Bellaby, who's had one win this year on pole position, Martin Hawks, the outgoing champion, alongside, and Dave Ward, touring car and sports car race engineer and team manager, on the outside of row one. Andy Hawks on row two with David Bell for company. We go racing with Frankie Halliwell, Bradley Durden and Leanne Sedgwick on the back row of the grid. It is Dave Ward from the outside of row one who takes the advantage ahead of teammate David Bell, except Bell loses out to Martin Hawks. By qualifying for the final, David Bell has won the title. So he wants to go out with a win if he can, but the job is done. He's taken the crown as Drew Bellaby slots in behind as they wriggle their way out of turn three, and there's contact as Leanne Sedgwick gets into the back of Bradley Durden. Leanne, the reigning hot hatch champion, has had a fairly busy day with some damage sustained early on, but she's got into the final, and let's see where she ends at the end of the day. Out of turn five they come then. The race leader is Dave Ward, and he is ahead of Martin Hawks as they come into the braking zone for the right-hander down at turn seven. There is David Bell third, and Drew Bellaby only fourth on pole position. Frankie Halliwell getting all sideways in the background, getting crossed up, slithering out wide. Dave Ward did do some circuit racing quite a long time ago before going off to run teams both in Europe and in Australia in supercar racing, but now back in the UK and a race leader. Martin Hawks is the man doing the chasing, and there in third, David Bell. Drew Bellaby fourth then as they head up towards the loose once more. For David Bell, he would like to go out with a win, but can he do it? They've got the Joker lap to factor in. There's Andy Hawks going through in fifth spot as over the jump goes David Bell. He's won the championship in the past, and so what can he do here? His father Tony, a very rapid rally crosser as well, and David, who's raced not only in minis but in the BTRDA, former mini crosser, comes down into the hairpin at turn number turn seven rather. He's got Drew Bellaby on his tail, and here are the two race leaders where Dave Ward is trying to fend off the challenge of Martin Hawks. Last year's champion has not really had a stellar season. He comes here third in the points, 5 times a winner last year, but without a win this season. He wants to change that if he possibly can. Dave Ward a bit crossed up as he goes into turn two, and that gives Martin Hawks a chance up the inside. Over the timing line there goes Leanne Sedgwick, the car a bit dog-eared after a fairly busy afternoon. Leanne, former oval racer, and there a change for the race lead. Up the inside goes Martin Hawks, and he clatters his way by. Dave Ward tried to turn in, but Hawks was alongside him. Bang, contact made, and Hawks goes through. David Bell is closing up on the pair of them now, turning their way out of the turn seven right-hander. And Dave Ward, having lost the lead, now goes for that Joker lap where it's much tighter, much slower, and if you carry too much speed in, you really do run the risk of losing a whole heap of time. Now there is Frankie Halliwell trying to fight back here. Goes out of turn seven behind Leanne Sedgwick. Leanne ahead in that Coupe des Dames at the moment. Andrew Hawks through. In fact, apologies, it's Drew Bellaby, is it not, who is ahead in the Coupe des Dames, because there she is, even further up the order. So Drew, having started on pole position, keeping both Leanne Sedgwick and Frankie Halliwell at bay. She may not be as well placed as Drew would like to be, given that she started on pole position, but she's on the back of Dave Ward, early race leader now. So Drew Bellaby, the best of the girls, going for a place on the podium here as they bounce down towards turn seven, and Ward getting all crossed up, gets the car slowed down in time, and Frankie Halliwell having another drama off the road, coming from the jump into turn five. Lots of understeer there, look, from Marty Hawks, having done the Joker, and that will cost him a little bit of ground as well. It's all happening here at Silverstone. Dave Ward dropping back, he's behind Hawks after the Joker, but Dave Ward keeping Drew Bellaby at bay. Drew's dad, Dave, here this weekend in Super Nationals, and she gets up the inside, whoops, into the wall. The gap soon narrowed, and Drew Bellaby gets nosed into the tyres and has got to try and reverse out of that and carry on. So disaster for Drew Bellaby, sad to say. Can she get going again? Yes, but she's losing a whole chunk of time to everybody else. Hawks and Ward go through together, Andy Hawks ahead of them in the green car, but he's going for the Joker lap look, and so also is David Bell. So this is going to put Marty Hawks into the race lead, is it not? Yes, it is. Who's going to be second? It will be Ward ahead of Bell. They start the last lap now, down towards turn 1. Martin Hawks leads here at Silverstone. Turns his way through. It was Kiefer Hudson victorious here at the start of the season, but Martin Hawks looks as though, with all the jokers now having unwound, he's going to come through to win at the very end of Silverstone's first Rallycross season, and an ultra-competitive year we have enjoyed within the British Rallycross Championship. The two teammates arguing over second and third. Dave Ward ahead of David Bell here. Through the right-hander they come out of turn 5, but neither of them seemingly is going to go quick enough to get onto the back of Hawks unless Martin has a problem. Fire company owner, Hawks Fire, comes then up now towards the checkered flag. Who's going to be second? It's just Ward ahead of David Bell, but the checkered flag waves and Martin Hawks scores an overdue win in this year's BMW Mini Rallycross Championship. He celebrates with donuts ahead of Ward ahead of Bell. Fourth goes to Andrew Hawks, and David Bell celebrates a championship. Now the time lost by Drew Bellamy means that she's now having to defend from Frankie Helliwell as they come down towards the right at turn 7. Making the run up towards the line, and Drew is in more strife because Frankie goes through, and Drew Bellamy, having started on pole position, is going to end up almost at the back of the field, if not last altogether. Not the result she wanted to round out the season at Silverstone. A race win for Martin Hawks ahead of Dave Ward, a championship win for David Bell. It is Frankie Helliwell, the best of the girls, with Leanne Sedgwick retiring towards the end of the race. And pole sitter Drew Bellamy down in 7th. Well done, David Bell. A second BMW Mini Rallycross Championship crown from the reigning champion Martin Hawks, and Bradley Durden in 3rd.